Hey y'all, hey, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica Lauren and I help goal getters ditch the excuses, do the work, and make ish happen right here on the Sunday Jumpstart. So if you like productivity, mindset, goal setting, planning, all that ish, you are in the right spot. You can check out our podcast, YouTube channel, baby. We got a stationery store. We are all about living our best lives over here and making ish happen. So what are we talking about today? Today I want to walk you through how to do a monthly reset. Now I was going to film my July reset, but I was just like, what would be more beneficial, you watching me do a reset or me showing you how to do one in your own lives? So I figured we could walk through that, and then next week I'll just do like a little chill July reset. So a new month is amongst us, right? It is, at the time I'm recording this, June 29th. So in a few days it'll be July. Like, we are halfway through with 2024. And whenever a new month start, I don't know about y'all, but I'd be so excited because it just feels like a brand new clean slate, a clean slate to start over and be who I wasn't in the past and try to be my best self and try to knock some goals out of the park. And so a monthly reset is essentially you just giving yourself a blank slate, a clean canvas to start over, to start fresh. And really when you break that down, it's just starting off the month with some intentionality, right? A lot of us just wake up, grab our planners, and just start planning haphazardly, if we even do that. Like, a lot of us are just walking through life, existing. We're not living on purpose. And so doing an intentional monthly reset is a good way to be like, hey, I'm going to show up in this month, but I have goals and priorities. I'm letting some ish go. I'm starting some new stuff. It's just a really good way to jumpstart a new month. So let's walk you through how to do it. How do you do a monthly reset? First things first, I like to start with cleaning up my physical space, whether that's my office, getting all the papers off the desk, whether that's my phone, clearing out any old memes or text messages with people that don't, add to me in any point, you know what I'm saying? Old screenshots, just junk. Sometimes it could be clutter, and when I open up my phone and see all that, it's like, what is this madness? When I step into my home and there's bottles everywhere and toys everywhere, I'm like, I can't think straight. So the first thing I like to do, like the Saturday before a new month or the Friday or the Sunday, is just clean up your office, clean off your desk, clean out the common areas or the areas that you'll be doing your work. So that's how I like to start off. I might go to Trader Joe's and get some flowers. I might treat myself to a new candle just to try to usher in some new energy into my physical home, right? So that might be washing my sheets, getting new linen, just cleaning out the pantry and taking stock of like what's in there, what needs to be replaced, and all that jazz. So my first tip is to just clean up, and you don't have to do an overhaul. I don't want the reset to be a million things or more pressure or overwhelming. A reset is just like, listen, before I focus on the next month, let me tidy up so that I can think straight. Step 2, you want to grab your journal or your planner and even your phone and just look back at last month, at the month that just passed. And you just want to see, how are you feeling? How did you show up? What did you do? What worked well? What needs improvement? What do you need to drop? And what do you need to start? And the reason I say grab your phone is Instagram and TikTok could be a helping hand with that. Like in your stories, you could just look back and be like, oh, okay, I did have fun this month. Or, oh, okay, I was really, really tired. I was exhausted. I was jubilant. I had fun. Whatever the case may be. But you want to set aside some time for you to go back through your archives and just see, how did I feel? Am I proud of myself for the accomplishments I made? Or am I proud of myself that I didn't do anything? Like, I'm a workaholic, let me sit down and I did that well, right? But you just want to go back and reflect on what worked well, what needs to start, what needs improvement, and what needs to stop. And it just takes stock of how you felt overall in the month. So for the month of June, if I were to do it right now, I felt really overwhelmed. It was a lot of people's birthdays. It was a lot going on. Planning for my son's birthday. I launched my stationery, a new collection there. So I was just like really busy and stressed out. And so because I sat down and took a minute to reflect, when I sit down with my planner for the month of July, I know, hey, you was kind of exhausted and stressed out and overwhelmed. So why don't we take a few things off of your plate? Instead of you going balls to the wall and being like, I want to do this in July and this in July and this in July, reflect and remember, like, I didn't feel really good in June as far as like overwhelmed and being above capacity. Like, I couldn't breathe in June because I was doing much. And that's what happens when a new month hits. A lot of us like to plan from our optimized selves, our most, scheduled and disciplined and what's another good word? Optimized, highly disciplined, the us that sees the potential of what it could be. And that's great. But a lot of times we sell ourselves short because we're just planning from our best selves, our most organized, disciplined, self-motivated selves. But then we forget that, hey, it's July, it's the summertime, I want to be outside on the beach, or I have kids, I'm juggling a lot, or I'm taking care of my family, or I just want to rest, I've been spending too much, maybe I need to pull back. But we tend to just grab our planners and just be like, I want to do this without taking into account what happened the last month and how it made us feel. And once you pinpoint and reflect what worked, what didn't, how I feel and all that jazz, that will inform you on how to make your next best steps for the month of July. So if in June you realize just like, dang, I kind of miss my friends in June, that means in July your calendar can be open for some space for you to be in community, reach out to your friends, go on a date, go on a solo date. If you feel like for me, I just felt like June had too much noise. Like I was watching too much, consuming too much, doing too much. I want to reconnect with myself. So maybe that means I schedule in some sort of a solo date, or I just use the month to pull back a little bit from being so in tune with what's going on in Twitter, TikTok, all of that jazz. You know what I'm saying? So you need to reflect in order for you to take your next best steps forward. So after you've done some reflection, right? You sit down with your planner or your journal and you're looking over the entire new set of 30 days, 28 days, 31 days, whatever. And before you start just knocking stuff in those boxes, like, okay, on the first, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I want you to take a look at the different domains of your life. So that could be your finances. How's them finances looking? Your relationships. Have you felt in touch and in tune with your partner, your friends, your community? I want you to look at your spiritual life. Like, how has your mindfulness been? How have you been mentally? How is your soul feeling? Look at your well-being. Are you drinking enough water? Are you exercising? Are you moving your body before you even start doing those things? So like my example, like I just feel spread thin because I determined that during my reflection, it informs how I'm going to plan for the month of July. I already know that my son's birthday is coming up. I have family coming in from out of town. We having a party. We got to spend all this money for the party. So I know financially, maybe I need to pull back a little bit because I'm spending money on catering, the venue, the presents and all that stuff, the decorations. So this might be the month where maybe I don't do an H&M haul. Maybe I don't browse, Target.com all day, every day, right? Because I know a million people are going to be at the house or hanging out or whatever, I might be socially spent. So July might not be the month where I'm accepting requests to like, hey, let's go for coffee. Let's go to get drinks. Let's do that. It'd be like, I can do that, but can we push it off till August? I literally just told a friend that, like, girl, and she reached out to me like mid-June. I was just like, can we do it towards the end of July? Like August? She was like, sure. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just know that I'm already going to be spent. So go back and look at the different domains. Look at your finances. Go on chase.com, usbank.com, and see your spending. Dang, I've been spending a lot on Uber Eats. Okay, does that mean for the month of July, my goal is to go grocery shopping more and to meal prep and to, even if you don't meal prep, baby, just cut the veggies first before you even got to cook. Have you been feeling sluggish? Okay, maybe that means I need to get into the routine of taking a vitamin every day, right? You got to reflect before you can move forward in your planning. So we talked about finances. Audit your finances. Is this the month where it's an invitation to do a no buy? buy challenge? Or is this the month where it's like, dang, I done spent my money on everybody else, I want to treat myself, let me get this spa, let me get this makeup, let me do something for me, right? So look at your finances so you can figure out what's your priority financially for the next month. Look at your well-being. Do you feel okay in your body? You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I just felt like, and it was because, again, June was a special month. I launched, so I wasn't going to yoga like I normally do. I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't going on walks. This month, those are things that I'm prioritizing, right? As far as relationally, like I said, have you been feeling out of touch? It's a lot of videos I see on YouTube about living alone diaries. You know, there's a loneliness epidemic. If you feel like you're in the mix of it, maybe this is a perfect time to take a trip back home to spend some time with your family, or sign up for a dating app. You know what I'm saying? Go get you a little friend. Or just listen, I'm gonna join the local bar. They have trivia night every night. Write this ish down. Is this an opportunity for you to tap into some hobbies? Like, it's summertime now. I've been thinking about hobbies. A few years ago, I was going to learn how to swim, like going to the local rec center and learning to swim. I didn't go to level 3, so it's like, maybe this summer that's something I can do that isn't involved with blogging or vlogging or my computer, just something physical and fun and different for me to test out. So look at those different domains: spiritually, your well-being, mentally, like how are you mentally feeling, right? Is your little group chat gossiping too much? Do you feel horrible after that? Are you watching too much negative stuff? Like, y'all, I used to love me a cop drama. Just give it to me. SVU, Luther. Now I can't handle it. Like, my mind just be like, ooh, and it's because I'm a mom now. Now I'm just like, I can't watch that. I could watch like light mysteries or whatever, but baby, think about your hobbies and all that. So these are just things to keep in mind as you're planning. My third tip as you're planning for the new month is to plan from your most realistic self, right? Not from the you that is the productivity queen, not you that just watched this video, not you that like went down like a TikTok binge of like the best apps, or like after you went on a Notion high or a Trello high or whatever. Make sure you're planning from the you that is in school, that is, you know, might not be financially stable right now, the you that is focused on having fun, the you that just went through a breakup, the you that, you know, is just discovering your walk with God, whatever the case may be. Sometimes we plan as if none of that stuff exists. Then we get upset when our plan, like when it's just like, I can't balance it all. I have all this stuff to do, but I wanted to focus on my hobbies. I'm going through a breakup. I want to learn a new, whatever the case may be. Make sure you're planning from the you of today, not the future idealistic productivity goddess that you want to be, right? I used to do that. Like, I'm gonna do all of this, and I'm gonna be the best mama, and I'm gonna be the best wife, and I'm gonna girl, I can't do all that because my priorities are in other places, right? I need to be a little bit financially responsible. I'm having hobbies. I got a kid to take care of. So make sure that when you look at your day, you're not listing out a million things. You're like, today, the Jessica that is a little bit tired, who hasn't been getting a lot of nutrients, that is taking care of her son, whose family is out of town and it's just her and boo, who, you know, like all these things. I think I'm gonna focus on just one event a week as opposed to one event every day. Like with me and my son, I used to be like, let's do something every day once a week. You know what I'm saying? And that way you're not feeling shame or guilt or disappointed and I didn't do too much. Well, in this season, this ain't the too much season. Right now, it's about like, listen, it's July, I'm chilling, I'm doing a lot. I just want to take the best care of myself. So don't overdo it. If you've been feeling overwhelmed in the past, this might be an invitation to take some stuff off your plate. If you feel too bored last month, baby, ramp it up. This might be the time to go to a new wine bar. This might be the time to go to a coffee tasting. This might be the time to go outside and play hopscotch with kids. You never know. So that's essentially how you set yourself up for a really intentional, productive, easy month, right? You sit back and clear your space, whether that be the files on your desktop, your emails, your kitchen, your office, your room, wherever. Clean out your makeup brush. Just start from a clean slate. so that you can usher in some new energy and things just feel, I don't know about you, I just can think better when there's not a ton of clutter around. And that could be digital clutter or physical clutter. Clean that ish up. Once everything is clean, grab you your matcha, your coffee, sit down with your planner or journal and just reflect on the past month. How did I feel? And how do I want to feel moving forward? Once you have that information, just sit down with your planner and start jotting that stuff in. The hobbies, how you want to show up in your relationships, what's important to you, what do you want to learn, what do you want to read, what do you want to listen to, who do you want to be around, what goals do you have, and how are you going to achieve them? Once you do that, put it all in your monthly calendar and go down and break it up by week, right? So that you're making sure that you're prioritizing those new rituals, those routines, the new goals. And then that's essentially it. And really all it is about you showing up intentionally and on purpose and not just waking up like, dang, it's July, like I don't know what's going on. Now you're taking back control of your life. You know your purpose, you know what you want, you know what you need, and you just move forward in that energy. I don't know about you, but I get so tired of living haphazardly and existing. I do better, I thrive when I do things on purpose and with intention. So that is it for this week's video, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you could do me a solid and like and subscribe and share, and even if you don't do all that, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. If you like content like this, go ahead and binge a few videos. You can check out the audio podcast, website, all of that stuff is linked below. I will see you in the next video. I think I'm coming back Wednesday with the true reset, so you could just see the example. So come back. All right, guys, I love you. I'm praying for you. I pray that this week is your best week yet. Amen. Bye.